Well, hey, Leo, how about a reading for you this month? It is third weekend of the month, which is fixed signs, and that is you. Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, but we're doing you. All right, Leo. So I'm going to ask the tarot about what's going on with you. We got a overarching kind of sense of what's happening. And then we're going to do a reading about where you are now, how you are divinely or cosmically supported. You choose how you feel comfortable. It could be a person in your life, a presence we're going to ask about. And then what's hidden from you, what the tarot wants you to know, and some advice. And then we're going to pull a card, some cards from another being that wants to contribute to your message here. So let's see what's happening. Just had an amazing reading for Taurus. So let's see what is going on. We just had that big Leo full moon. What is happening with Leo? Okay, let's start with the Klimt deck here, just to get the sort of an oracle message here for you. We see, I'm holding this upside down. The Hanged One. So you are sort of maybe feeling a little bit stuck, or you are waiting to see things in a different way. When you're in the Hanged One, it's you hang upside down so you get a new perspective on something, and you need that. Usually when you're there, it's usually the outside forces that get you stuck. So that might feel uncomfortable because you're a fire. You want to act, right? You have ideas, you have visions and plans and whatnot. Underneath this, we can see this would appear to be, there's one card, in the realm of work. This is an Eight of Pentacles, strangely represented here by a couple who are awaiting a baby. But the Eight of Pentacles is really about your work world, your 3D world, what you're making a living at. And we can definitely see the kind of focus that this couple are putting on to their baby. So it's symbolic of your work life. So it's looks like you're changing your perspective on work, Leo. But let's look further and see what's happening. Let's see what the tarot says. So we're going to use the Guardian of the Night in all of these readings this month, and pull a 4-card baseline. And then we'll clarify. And we'll always look at the bottom of the deck as well, because that's always so interesting. All right, Leo. There's like a kind of a jumpiness here. That's funny. Like a ungroundedness to you. Do you feel ungrounded? Anxious. It feels anxious. So let's both take a deep breath and see what's going on. I'm going to cut the deck and then we'll pull some cards. Definitely a different energy from Taurus. Okay, let's see where you are now, Leo. Woo! There's your fire. You are ready to act. You are passionate. Yeah, that sucks that you're in the Hanged Man when you're feeling like this. You are this Wolverine walking through fire. You can see the purpose. It's like a warrior quality. Sometimes the Knight of Wands gets read as like unable to commit. Can be like a little bit of a player energy. But I don't get that. I get like actually the opposite. I get like an excessive amount of focus. That's a quality of fixed people. We focus, we fucking finish. And people call us stubborn and whatever. So talking to you fixed signs, as a fellow fixed sign, the Knight of Wands is ready for action. And it can be a little bit frustrating if we get this as what's happening. You're waiting. It doesn't feel comfortable. That's why Maybe I'm feeling that kind of ungrounded energy. All right, you're divinely around you is a watery, emotional, very slow energy, the Queen of Cups. She is deep. She takes her time. She goes into the depths. Could be a water sign, but a watery goddess. I'm thinking watery goddess. I'm thinking of Danuvia, the Celtic goddess of earth and water, here. Very much like water and fire. The water is coming to calm you and slow you down here. And I can see Mars, that Mars energy, that fire, that she is in the background here. So like the relationship between, also Mars and Venus are currently traveling together. The lovers, the planets, these are the personal planets. So this is a very positive supporting of you really actually getting to create and make real this deeply desired vision, emotionally deeply desired. It's coming from your sense of who you are, your Venus, both your emotional life and your material world. And so when they travel together, Venus is the one who has kind of seen what needs to be done, and then Mars begins to be able to make that happen through action. So there's a lot of action here, but it's also supported by this slower, more thoughtful, more deeply felt presence around you. Okay, what's hidden from you, Leo? You are getting help. There's more wands, more fire. This is a 3 of Wands. This is really, you can see there's the little bird waiting. And usually 3 of Wands, somebody's waiting. So there's lots of waiting in your reading, but there's also help from the outside here. I'm feeling like, I actually feel you being more this helper of somebody who's needing help, who has like had a vision, and then you're helping them realize that vision. We'll clarify. Yeah, but this front bird just seems like Leo energy, like big and public and a leader and heroic, like that red chest. You know, it just feels like your energy, Leo. And so there's somebody who's quieter, who's your mate in a way, that you're supporting through your action. That's very Leo to kind of have like, you're doing it for others, like you're a leader. Like that's your tendency to be a leader. This one waiting for your support is quieter and much more like this energy of the Queen of Cups here. Advice for you, Leo. 9 of Pentacles. This is you in your home. It's a solitary, self-sufficient energy. It's a singular energy. So in a way, like I'm getting the feeling that, and she's sleeping. This bear, he is sleeping. It's like a hibernation. If this is your advice, it's always know your worth. Like you're an empress in waiting is how, just this morning a reader interpreted the 9 of Pentacles. You're waiting to like be this one that makes the world. You start in your own home here. So that could be that advice. It's also a singular energy. It's like, no, you can do it by yourself. Like you're completely self-sufficient. You don't need to look outside. So if you have a tendency to get advice from outside, you don't need to. Trust yourself. Quite often, a 9 of Pentacles is a woman. She has a bird of prey on her wrist, and it's hooded like a falcon. And the meaning of that is that she looks to herself for wisdom. You're not looking outside; you look inward, kind of like a hermit card. So there's a little bit of going it alone advice here, but we'll clarify. And on the bottom, Another 9. And death. And 4 of Cups. Okay. So we get, this is emotional fulfillment. This is probably what you're envisioning here as you're ready to go and make this personal, emotional fulfillment. See this peacock, it's very public. It's a little bit of a Leo energy of you like recognition typically. So this is underlying here. So that may be part of what motivating you. Death is here. It could be a Scorpio. I know lots of Leos with Scorpio partners in my life. But it's transformation here. It's particularly comfortable. The story of this card is that this rat has built a safe place underneath these thorns, but death can pluck you from that safe place, and it's not a particularly nice place to be. And so, I'm a Scorpio, so I welcome the death card because, I'm ready for transformation. Most other people are not ready for transformation. It feels shocking and painful and scary, like being the bird of prey has plucked you, and there's a little fiery sun suggesting you, Leo, here as this rat. But there's somebody or something, some big winged force that is at work here. And then here's you, 4 of Cups. I don't know why I see this is you. Remember, we get the Hangman. It's very Hangman and 4 of Cups because we have the armadillo hanging. Usually, a 4 of Cups, you are focusing on the unfilled cups. This one shows that you have turned and made that perspective. You're looking towards this new beginning, and that this comes after the Death card suggests that you were able to very quickly move on from disappointment, loss, and look towards the new thing, because death is followed by rebirth, and that's definitely here. So there's something interrupting and slowing your journey towards fulfillment here. So let's find out more about that. We'll clarify. You're definitely waiting on something. You're waiting for new perspective. There's an outside presence that's slowing you down. Okay? You got the mojo and you're being slowed down. It looks a little bit like it's some concern for others or other people, or that you're helping others, and that this is what's slowing you down. And there is a kind of urge for an individual fulfillment, and the advice might encourage you actually to go for that, to just actually use your core muscles here, Leo, and reach towards that goal. But we'll see. We'll clarify. All right. So we're going to begin by clarifying where you are now. You are ready to act. You are the Wolverine walking through the fire. It always makes me think of X-Men, but I never say that. Because the Wolverine's awesome in X-Men. Okay, get the 9 of Pentacles again. There she is with her bird, her raptor, falcon. That's this card. A hibernating bear. Card of your beautiful home. You're in your solitary life. You're looking to yourself. Doesn't mean you're single or alone. Oh, there's death again. Okay, could be a Scorpio. That's going backwards. What else? 6 of Wands. Victory. Fire. Wands are fire. Okay. Which is that Knight of Wands energy. So in the 6 of Wands, you get, and it makes me think of this, like that recognition. Like there you are, like this peacock, and everybody sees you, and you get recognized. And it's a short-lived victory because in the next card, the Seven of Wands, you're challenged and you have to exhibit your integrity through resistance. But it is victory. It's going forward. Death is kind of like looking at you. So on the table, I think it would be, so we're looking backwards. So this is backwards in time on the table. So death is looking at the Nine of Pentacles. It's like you are the Nine of Pentacles. Autonomous. You know what you're doing. You look to yourself for how to do that. There's some kind of transformation that is pushing against that autonomous. You have to go through transformation on your way to victory. Okay, and that's where you're at now. So you're being blocked by this need to transform. That's why you're in the Hangman position. You need to change your mind, specifically change your perspective. It might be around how to go about what you do. But until you walk through this transformation, you're going to have to wait on your victory, on your wish fulfillment. Okay, Queen of Cups. What is this transformation? I'm just very curious. But let's first ask. This is the divine or cosmic presence around you, the Queen of Cups. It could be a person. That's not what I'm asking as your reader, but if you can't help but think that, then trust your intuition. But so this is like the universe, gods, Danuvia, right? The goddess of rivers and earth. The deep, slow, emotional energy. Quite expressive of energy. Hierophant. There's structural power. Definitely, this seems to be a kind of divine presence that is institutionalized here. Five of Swords, self-harm. Turning away from doing things in a way that don't feel good because somebody gets hurt. So you're like, I'm done with that. Fives are passageways. They're not comfortable cards in any suit. Swords are of your mind. So it could be a way of thinking, a logic, stories that you tell. But basically you win. And it's a short-lived pleasure in winning that way. So you then feel shitty. You feel like a bad person because you hurt somebody or yourself or both. And so this gesture to this kind of graveyard of swords is, okay, I'm done with that. So this is your divine support. And Ten of Pentacles. This is your 3D world. This is what you're dying to create. This is what you have all this energy towards. This is a beautiful family, home, it's abundance, it's wealth. So this divine presence around you that is institutionalized, it could be like marriage. There's something that you're doing that you need to quit doing that hurts your person. And until you address this, and you have to go deep into yourself, maybe in a way that you're not comfortable going. You may stay out of your depths and distract yourself with work. But you have to, there's a lot of, like I see her, she's upside down, like, and it's this, you have to change your perspective. The Hanged One, like hang upside down till you see things in a different way. And so it feels like you have instituted in your life something that hurts your person, it hurts. You have to quit doing that before you can have the beautiful life that you want. Like, you have to see this. Yeah. It's very much structuring your life in a way. Yeah. It's big. It's a big pattern or something. self-harming pattern. Until you quit it, you won't get, it's almost like marriage is here. Marriage is self-harm. Then you, it's like conservatism in a way, maybe. Anyway, you just have to be done doing this, and you need to examine it, whatever it is. I don't know. You know, Leo, what it is, before you can have your 3D dream come true. Right? This is what you're pregnant with this, and you're being held back from it. Death is here saying you have to change this behavior before you can have this dream. Okay. Woo. What is the behavior, Leo? 3 of Wands here. It could be helping others too overly much, because that's what the 3 of Wands is coming in as, but because you're this big-hearted bird helping out others. So you may have a habit of, like, some of us can escape dealing with our deep emotional needs and feelings, and by focusing on other people and what they need. So there's a little bit of that coming through, and it's affecting your ability to have victory in your personal life. I mean, it's like, this is a sweet little couple of women with a baby, So that may not be your vision for the world that you want, but if it is, there is some vision that you're eager to make real. You have to change to have it. That's clear. Whatever that vision is, you put it in the place of these 2 women with this baby. But you have to quit this harmful, hurtful behavior. I really see, this card came up with Taurus too. This one is hurt. This is you. Why is she hurt? It's a pattern. It's like a graveyard. You've done it 5 times at least, right? So this is possible to access this through this divine presence, which comes in as this Queen of Cups. It's slowing you down, makes you go deep. And it's institutionalized. So like the Hierophant, it's a very powerful, like you go in the desert. You go in the desert and this comes to you. Yeah, that's this. So we can see these cards are next to each other on the table. Like death, your transformation, this starry inner, it's like cloaked here. It comes to you. It's almost like I see you in the desert and you realize this. It's like an epiphany that comes to you in the night, in the desert. Take or leave. Okay. All right. So let's clarify what's hidden from you, what the tarot wants you to know. It's going to be slow. Knight of Pentacles. Takes time. Slow poke night. Do it right. But we have to see, what is this behavior, that Judgment, Ascension, card of Scorpio. Scorpio's on the table here a couple times, and as I mentioned, many of my Leos have Scorpios in their lives. It's a card of like rising from one stage of life, like you've finished it, you've succeeded, you've learned what you need to learn, now you get to go to the next level. After Judgment comes the World, which is the ending and the beginning. This feels pretty big. Let me play one more card. The Empress. Very big earth energy here. Okay, the Empress is like very much like this, like your 3D world, like you. So very often the Nine of Pentacles is, who's here twice, is like the Empress in waiting. This is like you make the world, you start with your little home, do it by yourself. The Empress also can do it by herself. She doesn't need a partner to make the world that she wants to make. I don't know what, there's something here about a tension between your solitude, you're doing things just yourself without help, without others, without regard for others, and then others who slow you down, who are hurt in this process, or I relate to this a little bit right now because like I have like this solitary life and it's easy, like I just can plan everything, like I have a calendar over there and it says like every Saturday I do tarot readings. Well, this Saturday I didn't do tarot readings. It's Sunday. I hung out with a new friend and it was so fun. It just went all afternoon and I never got back to tarot. So then I felt bothered by it, like I'm off my routine, but then like I want a life, not a routine. Like I want to have fun and have people, and so like opening up my life and my plan to my heart, my friends, others, others. it complicates it. It slows it down. There's a lot of slowing down that's that's coming from helping others and supporting others and the needs of others and their emotions, and that you might have like this kind of Knight of Wands. Where's my fingernails when I need them? You have this Wolverine drive. It's you're ready to go to the next level, but you're slowed down. It's going to be like all those steps to even just reach the mountain, let alone climb it. Yeah, and so I see this very powerful, autonomous builder of the world, Earth Goddess, Empress. She's pregnant. We see pregnancy here twice. We also see like a couple with a child. So pregnancy, I don't know. I'm not interested in that, but it could resonate for you. But it's more like it takes 9 months to, and then lots of trying on the way. It can be, it can be fun before you get to meet your kid. So it's a long wait to have what you want, and you want it now. You have an immediate gratification urge, and it's just so much easier for you to do it all by yourself. Okay? So, advice. There's you doing it all by yourself, but there's all this waiting in this particular Nine of Pentacles. So let's see. You're hibernating. So what's the advice here? Nine of Pentacles. King of Swords. There's 2 cards here. The Chariot. There is that urge to go fast. The mode that's very much like we're reading the Knight of Wands. Like it's momentum. It's coming out of stagnation. This is a sleeping bear. So Chariot's like wake up and go. And then we have the King of Swords. Very intellectual, philosophical, grounded, though in wisdom. He's a deep, kind king. He's the intellect, the philosopher. I understand the King of Swords as a sword with a heart, with a mind connected to the heart. One more card. And then you have a 7 of Swords. Privacy, secrecy, even thievery, dishonesty. With the King of Swords here, though, that means something different. This is a very isolated with your thoughts. Private. Very, very private. You have such a privacy, Leo. there's so many things that you're afraid to open up about. But your progress forward is so clearly delayed by your fear of opening up what your heart feels. You would rather just blow through all of it than open up about these little things. These things are secrets. They are ideas or concepts. Right? We could see you here like with these ideas like, okay, no more. Do we see you here having in some way like wisely like made sense of this truth? This is one sword represents the truth or the mind. I interpret the King of Swords as he's like wise from experience, right? So he's used the truth. He's used honesty, his words, his ideas to win, to prevail. Like this person has won, right? And when you do that, like you win. But sometimes it hurts people. And so the King of Swords has learned that he ought not use the truth without accessing the heart. And you have the Queen of Cups here. This is your heart. You're clearly being told that you need to look at something in a new way, that you haven't looked at it before, and that it's going to slow you down. And until you slow down and do this, you're not going to get what you want. And you really know what you want. You're after it. You're on fire for it. But this is your problem. You're not going here. The Nine of Pentacles here twice. The Empress. Like there's this autonomous energy and you don't actually need to open up. You don't need to. But they're somehow stalled out until you go through this transformation. What it is, it's big. It's going to turn you towards your heart. There's multiple ways that your fulfillment, your wish, your realization of a vision that you have for yourself, you can't do it alone. You have to have a heart. And you have to transform in a dramatic way. And you have to see how if you don't have your heart, you don't get what you want. That's funny because like it makes me think of it's not like most Leos I know, but I think of one Leo. 10 of Wands. Okay, so you have a burden. I call this the quit your job card. It's where you do everything all by yourself and it's very heavy. You're also completing this task, right? So that's fire. It's willpower. You're tired and you're also done. You can put this burden down. Okay. I'm going to ask one more thing for you. This is from Pluto, the planet of transformation, much like death. The death card here twice on Leo. Big structural power, Hierophant. So what does Pluto? Pluto said, wanted to use this deck and talk to all the fixed signs. So we are asking the Dark Tarot for a message from the dark planet Pluto, which is figuring quite large in our future here. Two of Cups. This is love. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah. This is the match made in heaven, the soulmate connection. It's very hot here. It's also justice and being equal and mutual with others. So that's definitely a part of your other message. And here's the truth. Okay, I'm just seeing how many cards are here. That's it. Okay, there's quite a bit coming in from Pluto. Here's the truth. There's the sword. There's your honesty. This is what you need. You're hiding something. Okay, I don't know what it is, but you're hiding something. So the truth. This is so Four of Wands. This is your ideal where you get to be yourself with others. These cards don't really speak to the typical reading here of the Four of Wands, but it's like all four corners, the four legs of a table. It's stable. It's up on the surface, so it's a sense of authenticity. It's fire. It's passion. It's a party. So this person here is telling us about being naked with others, being nakedly yourself, in contrast to this, which is hiding. And even like this Nine of Pentacles, alone in your beautiful little private space that you've created. And there's transformation through the Eight of Wands, through action. It's as if you need to take action towards this transformation. It's a communication as well, but here we see her transforming into a werewolf, and the Eight of Wands is about action and communication. So lots of fire. It's very Leo. Queen of Pentacles, security. This is the other. This is who slows you down with their needs. She's this is this bird. And what the tarot wants you to know, this one is your Queen of Pentacles, so she's worth it. But she does slow you down. And Ten of Cups goes with your Ten of Pentacles. This is your vision. This is you looking out over your kingdom, and Ten of Cups is an emotionally fulfilled place with others, not alone, with others. Now, this is so clearly about you changing, transforming, so that you get to have other people, family, friends, community, a partner, something you need to change about. And it looks like your mind, because the Hangman is here, and Seven of Swords, there's some kind of secrecy, privacy. Maybe you're not open about your feelings, or you think a lot, but you don't open up about it. But it's so clear, like your emotional well-being and fulfillment is hinging upon you transforming here. That's cool. I like it. As your Scorpio reader, I'm excited for you. So many awesome Leos in my life. And I don't know what you're hiding, but I relate. Like, I'm a Leo moon, so I'm taking this advice too. This is my heart advice, usually, if your moon's in Leo. So, but yeah, Leo, 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 moon, Leo, rising, Leo, sun, Leo, Venus in Leo. You got some work to do, my friend. And I hope this message helps you. Have a beautiful day.